pretty much where my shit's on play all day long.
That's how. I've been watching all day today.
Esau turned off our camera in an hour and 8 minutes. Yeah, I just had to turn it back on again.
You guys on live or something?
No, we're recording now. This motherfucker messed up my. No, yeah, it's good. 7:46. So he basically cut off some of this conversation.
One time we made a video one time, like I said, we had 2 other birds with us, and when I went back to look at it, the whole video, like someone had pressed the slow motion button. So
I'll be right back.
someone had hit the slow motion button on the whole camp we did, and when I tried to go back, the whole video was pretty much of no use, you know. But that's, like I said, that's when we did a video with Dimon and the other brother that he ended up making fall
that
out,
was
you know.
Lord rejecting it.
And that's what I took it at. He's like, oh, I accidentally pressed it, and that. But I was like, no, I wasn't meant to be, you know. I was like, the Most High didn't want that video, you know. He cut it out.
Took it out. So I'm gonna just explain it to the camera. Esau shut our video down at an hour and 8 minutes, and I don't know how much longer we were talking past that. I looked at the camera, and there was a warning saying that the server committed an error. Now, when a server commits an error, it has nothing to do with my goddamn camera. I know you did it, Esau. Motherfucker, I ain't worried about you.
Yeah, there's a lot of times I've been noticing now where I don't even, you know how you go on the Alpha Up app, you click something, and then for the next 5 minutes you see all that stuff relating to that. Well, sometimes I don't even click on anything, I just say something. I go online and it's already showing me things for what I said. And like the other day, I was like, I'll be down. I was like, this thing's sending, because like they're all devices, the same devices, you know, like pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good thing you said that.
So that's how he moves. He wants to be like the Most High and see everything. So you don't think he's tapping into his camera to see this right now, or he ain't tapping into whatever little camera out here to see, you know, like. They got Bluetooth. With Bluetooth, like I said, from one phone you could hop onto any nearby speaker or electronic. They in a sense move the same way. They could tap into one device, hop into the next electronic, tap his phone, tap your phone, like a Bluetooth effect, you know. That's how they kind of, Esau, he'll kind of do it like that.
But this is Isaiah 54 and 15. Behold, they shall surely gather together, but not by me. Whosoever shall gather together against thee shall fall for thy sake. That's on you, Esau.
And that's pretty much what we've been seeing too, is like all these Israelites, they kind of been trying to gather, but they don't gather with the right spirit. Like I said, they gather to come in to be militant, or they gather just to try to wear fringes, or they gather, you know, like I said, like they probably didn't make it in society in their Babylonian life, so now they see the Israelite boat, they try to hop on that, or for whatever reason, you know, like they
our weapons are not carnal.
that goes back to Ephesians, you know. That's why I'm saying, like, how is everyone don't catch that, you know. Like I said, like for me, like I know the Spirit of the Most High, but like I personally, I get a little like man, like that's what sucks about this captivity, or people divided, you know, like it's hard to. That's the curses though. We gotta just deal with it. Like I said, at this point, it's like I'm glad knowing that there's a lot of Israelites out here, you know. And but you know, at the end of the day, everyone seems to be kind of studying under their own little thing, you know.
I thought it was good that we went together. It's the more the merrier. You know?
Oh yeah, that's what you said right there. That's good. This is Colossians 2 and 2, that their hearts might be comforted, being knit together in love, and unto all riches of the full assurance of understanding, to the acknowledgement of the mystery of Yahweh, and of the Father, and of Hamashiach.
And that's what I said, gather in love. Like, so when you gather with your brother, you're supposed to be happy that you see your brother. I'm supposed to like gather with you all and be like, you ain't wearing your fringes today, you know, you ain't doing this today, like that's evil shit. That's evil. Then the Most High hates that. That's what I've been dealing with the last few months. It's nothing but that spirit, the House of Saul spirit, you know. And I'm tired of it, you know. Like that's why I said I give praises that the brother, you know, like he got solidified enough to, like everyone we deal with, you know, he pretty much like they try to sway him, like off of me somehow. Every people we meet, they're like, oh, you know, like if I'm off or something. And I think people just hate GMS, but they get more mad when the bird's like, nah, you know, I'm going
Are you
nowhere.
still up?
You know?
What's up, man?
We talked to a Jake one time. He was a homeless Jake. He was a Judite, but he said he had met you. He had run into you guys, but we had.
Probably Eli.
He was
He knows the scriptures back like the back of his hand.
It was Purim though, the day of Purim, and we were out there explaining what Purim was.
Yeah, that's an angel.
And he kind of bugged out on me though. He's like, because I was reading out of Esther, and he's like, you know, the Most High's name is not mentioned one time in the book of Esther, and then he got up and left, and like I was like. And then he had a cigarette though, so I told him, I was like, put out that cigarette, man, you'll get a little bit more understanding. I was like, but I was like, you know what tribe you from? He said, yeah, and I said, all right, well keep listening, you know. And I told him, I said, listen more to the brothers over there.
What's up, man? How you been?
That's were you guys on pagans?
Pagans was that?
No,
That's what they were calling me, man.
no, we hate pagans, man. Like we read the Bible pretty much, like the King James.
No, you're not a pagan. No, you're an Israelite. Aren't you Mexican?
Yeah, I'm Texan, but they call me on
Texan.
Tejano.
Well, I go to that soup kitchen every time.
Oh yeah.
So
Hey, we got the best soup in the house right here.
They can do all kinds of mysterious stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they accuse you of stealing?
That's why you know, you can be a bag, a thief, a murderer, all kinds of shit. I mean, that's how you get out and shit. Especially not for loving, man. You need to do bad and evil or whatever.
Hey, but right here we teach about the Bible that the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they are the real Israelites of the Bible. They are the real God's chosen people.
That's why they treat you like that.
You know what I'm saying?
I know they're white, but since I mean, they have human that one, I mean, have to read their minds and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably why they say stuff like that.
The Messiah and shit, man.
Hey, can I get the scripture for you?
Stuff, man.
Hey, let me get this scripture for you.
People don't believe me, like you probably laughing and stuff.
Hey, let me read this for you. This is Colossians 1 and I'm gonna start at 25. Wherefore I am made the minister according to the dispensation of God. Now, do you know what the word God means?
God means angels. Not only angels, but aliens. You're talking about angels, you're talking about aliens.
You're an angel.
Yeah, I know.
I'm an angel. You see how the spirit works out? I'm not doing anything. It's happening by itself, and it's like I said, it's coming.
I'm not really a man of the Bible. I read it every day and stuff. But
Is that
You know
definitely
what
for
the chosen one
angel
is?
is messenger.
that's what I am.
That's why we're.
People don't get me. They don't believe me. They think I'm lying and shit. They go to hell, but I don't know if they're in hell right now. But I mean, guys,
This is hell.
Yeah.
The planet we're on right now is owned by the devil. You saw the white man.
There's plenty of devils around. I mean, like angels and devils.
Yeah.
When you want to talk to the devil, you talk to Beelzebub.
No, you want to talk to the devil, you talk to any white man out here. That's Satan. See, also, so now you're not a good angel. You're not being a good angel.
But no one's allowed to ever be when they're children.
Not being in order.
That's not bad. I was 20 years ago, but I was I spent I been part of the second grade.
Hey, we ain't judging you, man. We know you had a hard life.
But I mean, it goes around.
We know it. All of us had a hard life.
Good, man. Got the speed rats right now. Follow me and shit. I'm off from the dead, but that one girl set a spell on me. It's almost breaking up because I guess not.
Hey, be careful with that camera.
It's with the vagina and stuff, honey. And have to,
You should get a Bible, get a King James, and read the book of Job.
You got a Bible, don't you?
No, I mean, I don't. I'm homeless, man. So that's
Hey,
every Bible. They still.
That would be the most important thing that you can have.
No, it's not a problem.
Have you seen the book of Eli?
Huh?
Have you ever seen that movie, The Book of Eli?
No, I'm living that book of Eli.
Oh,
I'm in all kinds of shit, man.
He said he's living it right now.
Yeah, you are.
You tell my miss will let you see some of his production shit that he does about me. Yeah, there's all kinds of shit.
Hey, hey.
Weird. It's not those spirits. Sometimes they look all messed up because
Hey, bro, you're living the life of Eli, but we're the real prophets. You should be listening to us.
I don't know.
Yeah, of course you don't know.
Also, we teach our people that to call on.
Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. See, you didn't know that name, did you?
Nope. I don't.
Because what does the world call? What does the world call? What does the world call?
What is the word called the Lord?
Oh, Jesus?
Yeah, that's
Jesus, right?
a transliteration of the word. There is no letter J. There is no letter J in the Hebrew.
Well, you guys know about so much. What does fidencio mean?
Who?
Fidencio.
That's a Spanish word, but it means one that has faith.
That's what that means? Fidencio.
This brother's name is Fidel. Fidencio comes from Fidel. Fidencio is Italian. Fidencio.
I've been sacrificed so many times, man. It's crazy.
You don't sacrifice to nobody because sacrificing in blood.
Sometimes shot, stabbed.
Hey, but you're an angel. You survived all of that.
Yeah.
You survived all of that, so you just be right here listening.
The world's gonna stop, but it's not gonna stop like in the beginning.
You know why that train did that when you said the word Jesus?
You did what we're talking about.
Because that name is not right.
I know the kids right there, man. I'm there with kids.
But brother, the
9 kids?
Not them little kids with the fake, with their production crew, they film me and shit, and they fucking put that shit on film and shit, look at the shit, underground shit. You know, all kinds of shit, though.
Hey, so
Stuff that bring out the devil and make it.
you're not supposed to be around kids or what?
Nah, it's not being around kids. It's like, kids are really bad. Kids like cussing you and shit.
All the kids nowadays?
also the beginning of blessings begins with fearing the Lord. Okay, so if you wanna receive blessings out here, the first thing you have to do is fear the Lord. Okay, you have to have that.
Fear the Lord.
Yeah, you gotta fear because he's not all good.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yeah, everybody makes mistakes, but this power that we believe in, he'll kill you.
What about the apparatus status?
Apparatus status, he makes everything. He's in charge of everything.
But I shouldn't bragging about it. Like everywhere I go, you hear you're like saints and spirits and shit.
I am a saint.
Not the same, like you go to a church and you make the movie and stuff.
No, nobody makes movies. You know?
Make the statues move.
Why would I want to make statues move?
I don't either, man, but they do.
Well, that's bullshit. That's
No,
the
it
devil.
ain't.
That's
That's the
idolatry.
Huh?
That's idolatry.
That's
I
the
don't
devil
know if it's
doing
or
it.
not.
Oh, so you believe those guys that make those
Like
statues?
we all walk into that Catholic church right there, and all the saints start talking and start singing, and
They start talking to you because you're on psychotics.
I'm cool right now. I'm telling you guys right.
You are, but you're still on psychotics.
You know, it's like that's in
So,
your brain.
hey brother,
I don't make you do
what's
that.
the name you're gonna call on when you
I'm
call
gonna
on?
be here pretty soon.
Huh?
See, so you don't believe.
Well, I believe it's God.
You are an angel, but you're on the left-hand side.
Left field.
That's kind of demonic, bro. That's kind of demonic.
Yeah, kind of like, yeah. There's good and bad in me.
I mean,
I know, I'm more left
he's
than
judging
right.
you. He's punishing you.
And he's praising me, man. Both ways.
Well, yeah, you're sort of right. You're sort of right. Because you're doing his work. You're trying to, right?
Yeah.
But you need to come up here and learn from me and this brother.
So if you go to our channel, just type in GMS, all right, and on
I got the
YouTube,
truth.
and you'll see the truth
Put
right
down
there.
Fidencio. Put me down. So maybe
Oh,
somebody
so
has
that's
me
your name,
a lot.
Fidencio?
Yeah. They call me the Messiah, but I don't really.
Hey, you know what's funny?
I say,
You're Mexican, right?
yeah,
You can say Texan, but you know you're Mexican.
Yeah.
The word Mexican means people of the Messiah.
Is that right?
So if you're a people of the Messiah, guess what? You are a...
So what do I mean? I have my regime.
Well, you're going to have your own regime, but you're going to be subject unto me. You're going to have to...
I think you have to
I'm going to tell you stuff. I'm going to tell you, hey, go over there and destroy that town.
Nah, I don't
Did
think
you hear that bell? That's angelic confirmation.
You know what, man? I can.
Look at those birds flying overhead. That's angelic confirmation of what I said is being true.
Yeah, it is. That's good. That's me.
It is. So I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth.
I can say I can make the poor man weak and the weak man stronger.
Yeah.
You think I'm playing? This guy think I'm
No, I'm not. I don't think you're playing. I know what you're saying. I'm in your head, bro.
You know
But
the-
You're in my head?
you're not in mine.
Hey brother,
I don't hear you.
you know the scriptures, huh?
I know you know the scriptures. That's why you're here.
Nah, not really. I'm just here to see what you guys have to say, but
All right, let me say this. This is Psalms 86:1. Bow down thine ear, O Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hear me, for I am poor and needy. I'm poor and needy. I'm suffering, but I'm still an angel.
I'm homeless, man.
I know. I'm trying to comfort you, man. I'm trying to comfort you. I'm not. There's no bullshit in me.
Because these people on the
You're
sign that you
telling
see
the truth,
right here.
I am, because
we're all
I'm
on
afraid of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He will fucking kill me in the worst way possible. He will make me subject to my enemies, and that's something I fear more than anything else.
I'm not trying to, but I might get on.
No, you're not my enemy.
Come here, peace, you know
Hey
what
brother,
Yeah.
these people on this sign, we're all at the bottom. We're all on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And hey, we've been at the bottom. Hey, how about Texas? Texas is on the bottom.
Huh?
Bottom of the United States, right?
We're gonna keep in
Yeah,
touch.
Brown one,
We're gonna keep walking to my rib camp.
All right.
So, you know, we're all, I'm kind of a little tired already too.
What
Alright.
religion are you guys of?
But
Huh?
What
we're
religion are you
gonna
guys?
follow the
Hebrew Israelite?
I'll
Hebrew
get follow the
Israelite.
YouTube.
Bro. How about Shimmy Shai? How about Shimmy Shai, bro? How about Shimmy Shai, bro?
See you guys later, man.
So I'll get a hold of you through that chat, through the
Yeah,
channel.
we'll be
then.
here every Friday.
Peace. You might see me, man. The Messiah, the Destroyer.
Hey, man, that's spiritual, man. That's awesome.
That's Yahweh Shai, the destroyer
That's
of
Yahweh Shai.
Gentiles. The destroyer of Gentiles.
I didn't mean to say that, brother. Yeah.
Hey, you're saying what the Lord wants you to say.
That's right.
Let's continue our lesson. Continue your lesson.
See you guys later, man.
All right, take it easy, man. Have a good one.
All right,
Even
you
though
too,
you're
man.
homeless, you have a home with the How about Shimmy Shai.
You know,
Alright.
The meek shall inherit the earth.
We're gonna get back what we lost. So let's have a little holy conversation right now between me and you. That was
Peace, man.
peace. Shalom. That was very spiritual. That was very spiritual. He changed. See, he changed. The part that I loved the most is when I told him, I'm still number one, you're still number two. It's not gonna fucking change for no fucking thing.
Because there still has to be a camp leader. You know, if this is a camp, there's a camp leader. You know,
Like Tony Montana said, I don't break my fucking balls for no one.
that's right. And this brother is the man for the job. You know,
I got all the right tills, man. If I have to be mean, I'll be mean. If this brother's life's in danger, guess who's gonna fight for him? If my life is in danger, guess who's gonna fight for me? That was very spiritual, like we were saying. Back to it. The scriptures were talking, even though Aiden still has a lot to say, he has a lot to say. Brother still has a lot to say. And sometimes you just gotta let them talk, like Apostle Har said, just let them talk.
because he came up, you know, sincere. He said he didn't want to disturb us.
But he also made mention that he wanted us to join his camp. And I told him, you know, we got our own thing right here.
I don't know about joining his camp, you know, but
Yeah.
I mean, this is the camp right here. You know,
Hey, and I know when there's a greater man than me.
because I'm the one that brought that brother in. He brought that other brother in.
So how would he like it if that brother was over him? That would be very humbling. See, and this is all the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. I don't know how to fucking lie. When I told that man right here that he has to come in and subject he said he was gonna have a regime of angels. And that's true, but they're gonna have to answer fucking me. He don't know the goddamn name. Oops. Man. See, that's just the spirit, the hot spirit talking. I didn't blaspheme the name. He didn't know the name. And I seen that camera do this. And that's the angel telling me, I don't know. But guess what? I'm scared now. I'm scared now because I said that. So guess what? That's called repentance. Hopefully Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will forgive me, but I wasn't trying to boast or brag. The bells rang and the birds flew over, and he knew what that was, and he's saying some spiritual stuff. The Messiah is the destroyer. Yeah. You know, I didn't want me to get your scripture because the brother was going into a beautiful lesson about the Sabbath. And there's nothing wrong with people coming up and asking questions and talking and having a conversation.
And that's good that we're doing the teaching on the Sabbath, because
That brother had questions.
the brother had a question on the Sabbath. He thought today or
He thought today till tomorrow night was a
yeah,
Sabbath.
That's right. You know,
That's
so,
good for him.
So you know, that means that he's not getting the proper studying from whatever camp that he's in.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
And I should have told you, Ak. I should have told you. I'm sorry I didn't tell you. But I
that's
felt
all good.
fucking weird the whole time over. That's why I wasn't talking that much. You know I wasn't talking, right? I usually have a conversation with you the whole time we're driving. But I wasn't talking to him this time. I felt strange. I felt like something was gonna happen today. And it did. You see? Man, dude, I don't know how to explain this new thing I'm going through. It's a new thing. I'm paying more attention to my spiritual side.
Yeah, because even though this brother didn't tell me, I still knew, because you know, the Sabbath says to remember the Sabbath, you know, and to keep it holy, you know.
So that right there tells everybody that watched it that he's their teacher.
You know? So who are they learning from, you know?
And he still has to be, he still has to learn a lot. Like when you talk, he has to be a little quiet, more ears.
They're still, you know, they're still, you know, they're still humble to learn, you know, humble enough to learn.
Oh, the lesson of being humble is always gonna be, it's always gonna be enough to learn. And there's nothing wrong with trying to get together in like two camps in the same group, in the same body. Because we're both basically, if they're preaching the GMS doctrine, then we're preaching the GMS doctrine. The only thing I had a little question on is they weren't even praising the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai that much. Like they would say it, but if you're gonna talk to the brotherhood, you better say Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai more than once. Let me get this other one right here. This is Psalm 86:2. Preserve my soul, for I am holy. O thou my power, save thy servant that trusted in thee. Oh shit. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Even though I might say things that sound like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? What does he think? You have to believe me when I say I'm in great fear. I'm trembling inside. I'm so afraid that I say the wrong thing and teach the wrong thing.
I know sometimes I might not say, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, but in my head I'm saying it a million times, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's always going to be praised. The name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to be praised. And after camp, me and this brother, we're going to have to talk for a long time and see what we're going to do. Because it's obvious that they reached out to us. It's obvious that our church is growing. It's obvious that we have fruits.
That's right. Right. We didn't think we would get maybe a 4-man,
Possibly 5.
possibly, you know, possibly more, whatever. Hey, that means our seed, the seed that we planted, you know, hey, and we're giving it water too, because, you know, giving it water is just keep coming out here and keep studying and keep pushing the word, you know.
Keep it going.
That's how you're gonna get the seed that you planted to have good fruit.
Want me to get you finish this lesson? I think we were in Genesis 2:1 last time. Let me get it again. No. Genesis 1:14. This is Genesis 1:14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night.
And then, so it said,
All right. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
So it said, let there be lights in the sky, you know. So the lights in the sky that we got is the sun, the moon, and the stars. You know, we got the sun for the day, we got the moon for the night. So those two lights will divide the day and the night. And also it says for signs, for seasons, for days, and for years. Now seasons breaks down into years. Oh, it's like that. Years breaks down into seasons. Seasons breaks down into months. Months breaks down into days. Then you got hours.
But they're
seconds.
all
But all that represents what? It represents time. You know.
symbols of time, and the greatest symbol of time is the new moon.
So he said, let those lights in the sky be used for time. So if we didn't have a calendar, you know, that's how we would have to tell time.
That's important to know. How the hell were you going to tell time if you don't have no instrument to tell time with? How Hashem Yahweh Shai made the greatest instrument. See, it's so dark.
Yeah.
The moon is not even there.
That's the clock right there. That's the, you know, that's the dial, you know.
That Yahweh Shem Yahushai is letting us know this is the beginning of the month. This is the beginning of your calendar. And there's nothing organized. There is more organization to it, but there's nothing that you can organize on paper about it. You can't fucking jot this down because this is a spiritual thing. When you look up at the sky and you see the full moon, you know it's the second week of the month.
Yep.
Let me get you another scripture.
Read that again.
All right. This is Genesis 1:14. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years.
Right. So with the moon, so dealing with the moon, it goes through a cycle. It goes through a cycle of phases. It goes through 4 cycles of phases. It goes from the new moon, and then what is called a first quarter, and then a first quarter, and then a full moon, which is all of it lit up, and then the third quarter, which is the other half of it.
And then it becomes a new moon.
Right. So it goes from new moon, first quarter, full moon, third quarter, back to new moon. It's that same cycle.
Con.
You know. So numbers 10 and 10.
I'm gonna get numbers 10 and 10 right now, but I'm gonna say this. In the martial art that I was basically raised in, I'm getting numbers 10 and 10. There is kicks based on the new moon. There's
Crescent kick.
crescent kick. There's a full moon kick. When you pow, there's all kinds of kicks.
Because I was playing a game. It's called Shenmue.
Oh yeah.
It's a karate game, you know, and that word Shenmue is like a Japanese name, I think.
I don't know what it means.
But their moves on there, it says crescent moon on there, I think.
And what's a crescent moon? Crescent moon is
It's a kicking move.
And what's a half moon? A half moon is you go up and then straight up. That's an axe kick. And then a full moon is where you go all the way around, spin. Oh, that's a full moon kick.
Yeah.
You got to be spiritual about this, man. This is numbers 10 and 10, right?
Yep.
Also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in the beginnings of your months, you shall blow the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings, that they may be to you for a memorial before your power. I am Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai Alahayanawa. Our power.
So it said, also in the day of your gladness and in your solemn days and in the beginning of your months. So, so I was telling that brother that months really means moon, you know. So when it said beginning of your months, it really means beginning of the moon. So the first day of the month, you know, that's the first day of the month.
Beginning of the moon. Let me get this.
Psalms 81 and 1.
Psalms 81 and 1. Sing aloud unto Elohim our strength. Make a joyful noise unto the God of Jacob.
To 3.
81 or 81, 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Take a psalm and bring hither the timbrel, the pleasant harp with the psaltery. Blow up the trumpet in the new moon in the time appointed on our solemn feast days.
So it said, blow up the trumpet in the new moon, which moon means month. So you just switch that word for moon and put month there. So blow up the trumpet in the new month. You know?
New moon. And this is basically the trumpet we're blowing. Truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's the trumpet. And apparently everybody's been hearing about it. Yeah, so we're doing our job good. Even though they're not here, we have fruits out there. Well, and you know what? What's the big deal about having a 20-man camp? Should be at least 4 or 5.
As long as there's order, you know, because even if there's a 20-man camp, you're gonna have one speaker, and you're gonna have 2 readers, and then you're gonna have to have a 2 watchmen on the end, right? You're gonna have to have people holding, brothers holding up posters.
And a cameraman.
Yep, the cameraman. So as long as you have order, you know, and as long as brothers can make it together the same week, the same day of the week.
That's the most important part.
Every week, you know.
Nobody can miss. And why is it important not to miss? Because we're getting together in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, not for our. You're not making excuses for us.
Unless you're like sick and dying. I mean.
Yeah.
Like throwing up for
Like
I
you
was
can't control and
throwing up for a week or something. You know.
That's bad.
If you're actually on camera throwing up,
And let's say somebody in your family dies, you won't be in the spirit to be in holding position. There's times that you won't be able to make it, and I understand that.
But every week it's good to meet up, because if you lose a week, you're gonna lose understanding. Then you're gonna lose that spiritual connection.
Yes.
That we have every week.
Khan, and that brought me to remembrance. If you miss a week of training in karate and you show up to spar the next week, you're gonna get your ass fucking beat. Why? Because there's a classroom full of martial artists like you. Everybody's training to learn the same thing, and you missed a week. You missed 2 or 3 days of lessons that were meant to defeat the lesson prior to that. So you're behind. You're gonna get defeated. You don't want to get defeated.
That's why we gotta pray every day that we stay, that Yahweh Shem Yahushai keeps us together in the spirit.
I'm gonna keep going in Psalms.
With Ecclesiasticus 43 and 6.
This is Ecclesiasticus 43 and 6. He made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world.
Too, I wanted to say, us brothers, we haven't been sick for a while, so that's why we want to pray every day that he keeps us healthy, that way we can still